The Rock returning to WWE after... I think the last time maybe he was there physically was maybe 2019, unless I'm forgetting something. The debut of SmackDown on Fox. Maybe there's one other I'm forgetting. But over 20-minute segment. We're not going to be talking about the entire segment, of course, but we are going to be talking about
It went 20 minutes without a break.
20 minutes without a break, and I guarantee that no one in the back was complaining, apart from whoever was on next. Everyone was like, keep The Rock out for 3 hours, for God's sake, if you can.
Because that's the way they used to do Raw.
Oh, yeah.
That first segment would go 20 minutes because they get people interested and get it started, and they just keep it going and hold that audience. And they'd hold them over to the second segment.
The big thing that The Rock said at the end of it all was, The Rock is going to go out and go get some food, going to go to a restaurant. Where should The Rock sit? Should he sit wherever he said of the first one, or should The Rock...
In a bar, in a restaurant.
Yeah, or the bar, or should The Rock sit at the head of the table?
And
everyone loses their mind. So now it seems that The Rock is going to be challenging Roman Reigns, and I'm sure everyone is assuming correctly that he's going to be challenging Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yep. If he does that, that's the biggest WrestleMania they'll ever have.
You think?
Oh, yeah, I know so. Well, I don't know so, but I feel so.
But
because
you can't gauge it, though, anymore. You can't gauge it anymore with pay-per-views, because there is no pay-per-view buys anymore to compare it to WrestleManias of old.
It's still going to be big.
It'll be enormous.
Big. It'll be big. Big. So, which leaves us now with the question, what's Cody thinking? Were you getting to there?
Exactly what I was getting to. Carry on.
Well, Cody is going to have to get in line, be a good little soldier, but he can also tell the same story that he's been telling. Hard times, how his daddy waited, how he had to wait. And in the meantime, they're going to get to... But the big question is, will Roman take that title? I mean, will The Rock take that title? He'd almost have to at this point. But then what do they do with it?
Is that the right thing to do, to give it to The Rock,
who I don't know.
Could well be retiring?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now he's got what he's wanted. Could he just go ahead and retire? See, there's going to be a lot of discussion about that. And really, the fans, I think the fans, they would love thinking about this too. If The Rock ends up with the title, and he's not going to make the loop. He's not going to make the next pay-per-view. He's not going to do that, because then he kills the one-time appearance that he just made at WrestleMania. So what will they do with it? But that creative room will be burning some late-night light bulbs trying to get this figured out.
I think Roman would win. If it was The Rock and Roman, I think Roman would win.
Yeah.
I think at this point it doesn't even matter who Roman beats, because Roman beats everybody, and The Rock will want to do the favor to his cousin, I imagine.
Could be. But we're talking business here, Mr. James.
I know.
We're talking business.
Well, speaking of business, then, what happens with Cody then? So, assuming that The Rock works with Roman Reigns in one of the two main events, because WrestleMania's a 2-night thing now, and then in the other main event, Seth Rollins faces CM Punk. So let's say that is the plan, and let's say both main events are spoken for, and let's say Siri interrupts with... Was that Siri?
That was Siri.
So let's say...
It's right next to me.
So let's say that, both main events are sealed up, sewed up. What does Cody Rhodes do to maintain interest in his character and keep going for that dream?
Well, I don't have the roster right in front of me, but you could involve Cody in that Roman main event. I don't know how, but Just give them the tools to work with. They'll figure it out. I mean, that's not my job. That's not your job. Another thing you got to think about, what's Gunther going to be doing? Yeah, that's another one.
He's taking a few weeks off. We know that. And then he'll probably be back at the Rumble.
That guy's getting over.
Brock Lesnar, I bet.
Has Gunther beat Brock Lesnar yet?
No, never faced him. He may have faced him in a Rumble or something briefly last year, but apart from that, no, never.
Well, that's I mean, that may be what it takes to seal his getting overrun, because Gunther's over. So their roster right now is about 200% stronger than it was this time last year. Of course, it took Endeavor buying out WWE to force the big changes, and Triple H taking over creative, and Vince relinquishing power and moving on down the line. So I think they got it moving in the right direction. What I like about WWE now, they don't knee jerk. Vince used to knee jerk. He wants something, and let's do this real quick, and they'd shoot a quick angle, and you got people go, yeah, it's not working. But now it's planned, and I think they're gonna ride the gravy train to WrestleMania.